Hey, what's going on, crypto family? So today I'm going to talk about some big coins that had some big action today, as well as some big things in the news that a lot of people have been talking about. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. We can see Bitcoin, it's been down about 4.5% today. It's at 10,477. Again, that's a little retracement from the high it had just yesterday. And again, right now it looks like it's consolidating, but I'll go over that chart in a minute and why I think we're going to see some bullish action very soon. Ethereum, it's down 3% at $860. Ripple is down 4.5% at 90 cents. Bitcoin Cash down 3%. Litecoin is down 7% at $204. Neo's down 8%. And then Cardano's down 12% at 29 cents. Stellar's down 10% at 32 cents. And EOS is down 6.5% at $8.45. And then IOTA is down 4% at $1.92. So you can see, a lot of these coins have taken a hit. There's only a couple coins that are in the green today, and one of those is actually NANO, one of the coins I want to talk about. So for those who didn't see, Charlie Lee actually tweeted today about NANO. It was 10 hours ago. He tweeted, "I took a look at NANO currency recently. Pretty neat. Every account has its own blockchain. It focuses on fast and free transactions for payments, uses proof of stake for double spend protection, and proof of work to fight spam. The challenge is to keep it decentralized. Disclaimer, I own some NANO." And then he put this, Oprah Winfrey little meme here. And after he made this tweet, the coin went up, I would say almost 10%. So he made the tweet. The coin was about, around 13. I think it was about right here. It was near that $13 mark, $13, $14. Then we can see it had a spike here and went all the way as high as $15.50. So it went up quite a bit, and it's still up. You can see $15.27 right now, and it is, it's still going up. So basically, Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin, he is in the know about a lot of stuff, and usually I respect what he says, and because he's so, he has connections with everyone. So I think, any coin that he's interested in, I definitely take it seriously. And he knows a lot of stuff that goes on in the market. So for him to like NANO, I don't think that's just him saying it to say it. I think he's actually done his research, and he knows some big things coming up. So I bought some NANO, and I think that we're going to see a lot of growth in this. I actually know some people that tripled their investment in NANO a couple days ago. So, and there were some big investors. So I think something's big coming for NANO, and I definitely see it getting to those highs that it had just, a couple months ago. When it was up to over $30, I think its high was about $34, and actually it was about $35 was its high. And I think we'll definitely see those numbers again very soon, and I think there's a lot of stuff in the works with that. So, something to point out, that is one of the few coins that's up today whenever everything is in the red. So I just wanted to point that out. As well as another coin that's been just killing it recently, Digix DAO. It's up 15%, up to $587, and this coin has actually been moving up as the market has been moving down. So this is one of the coins I talked about in my videos about 3 weeks ago. That's kind of like a hedge whenever everything's retracing. Basically, it's like the gold hedge for cryptocurrencies. If you hold the cryptocurrency, then you get like small amounts of actual gold, and it's one of those things, I'll have to do more research in, but basically people use it as a hedge. So I think this is a coin that definitely I think people should look at. I'm not holding any of it, but again, it's just something to keep in mind because it has been on such a run this past week. So just wanted to point that out. But last coin I want to talk about is actually Z Classic. So made a video yesterday about how you can, secure your Bitcoin private before the snapshot happened. The snapshot happened today. And once that happened, this price just tanked. So this is when the snapshot happened, right? I would say it was right about here when it was around $70. The snapshot happened, and then it plummeted to nearly $35 in the span of like 45 minutes. And I can't say I didn't see that happening, because again, once a snapshot happens, you don't have to hold Z Classic anymore. You can move it and sell it immediately, because as long as you have your private key for that wallet that it was held in, and you had it in your wallet at the time of the snapshot, then whenever the fork comes for Bitcoin private in 2 days, you'll be able to give them your private key in that wallet that you held Z Classic in, and then get your Bitcoin private. So again, that's what everyone was doing, and I mean, that I knew that was going to happen, so I sold it as fast as I could. But again, I mean, there's really no point in holding Z Classic right now. Even the team said they're moving from Z Classic to focus on Bitcoin private, so there's really not much support for it. I don't want to risk it, so again, I sold it as fast as I could. So for anyone wondering why it went down so much, that's the reason why. So, but with that, let's go ahead and just talk about Bitcoin, and then some news articles. So I mentioned here, I think Bitcoin's gonna start rising very soon. You can see here on this 4-hour chart, it has an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and it's following that very nicely. If it continues this head and shoulders pattern to complete the right shoulder here, then we'll see it around that $11,300 level, and this is when it had a lot of resistance. So we can see here, it fell here, it tried to break it here, it couldn't, and then it tried to break it here, it couldn't. So that's been 11,200 to 11,300 has been a big resistance point, as well as 11,800. So if it can break these two resistance points, I mean, we're going to see it, well above 12,000 before any, hard retracement. So right now the RSI is looking pretty good, a tad overbought, but still a lot of room for growth based on what we've seen with Bitcoin. So, expect some good bullish moves in the near future. And again, it could always retrace back down to support levels of 8,900. So, always be careful with that. But again, I definitely see some positive things happening for Bitcoin in the near future. So I just wanted to point that out there. Some news articles here. So for those who haven't heard, Poloniex actually got bought out by a exchange called Circle. And they were bought out on February 26th. So basically Circle is kind of like Coinbase, where, you can sell your coins there for fiat and then, cash them out. And they partnered with Poloniex, or that they bought Poloniex out, which some are saying is, the largest purchase for in the cryptocurrency realm. And right now, they're aiming, the new service is going to be called, Circle Poloniex for now. They may call it Circle X or whatever. But basically what they're planning here is, since the company's called Circle, they're planning on making like a all-in-one exchange, basically. So they're kind of like combining Coinbase with Bittrex or something, to where they'll be able to have fiat pairings, which Bittrex is talking about as well, but they'll be able to have fiat pairings, so you won't have to transfer your coins over to Coinbase to then sell them for fiat. And, they're planning that very soon, and basically what they said is they're going to support US and British pounds in those pairings, and, eventually support more fiat in the future. But I think it's great. Again, they're really focusing, on their customers and kind of making it, really easy user experience. And they also talk about Polonex's customer service problem. So they said they're gonna have basically a robot that you can ask questions and then it'll answer them automatically, like an automated service. So that'll be for now, but then afterwards, again, they're talking about dealing with actual people, hiring more people, so that the customer service is better. So they realized that Poloniex didn't have the greatest customer support, so they're working on that. And they're also working on being able to add more coins. It says, well, they currently have no plans to delist any Polonex's existing tokens. They're currently building a legal framework that will accelerate the rate at which desirable tokens could be added to that platform. So again, Poloniex doesn't have as many tokens as Bittrex or Binance, but they're working on that so that they can accelerate the adoption of new coins. So I think they're doing a lot of great things here. Again, whether you hate it, you like it, what Poloniex did, I'm kind of indifferent on it right now, but hey, at least they're really trying to make things better and trying to help, some of the problems that Poloniex was having. So just look for that in the future. And, if you see kind of the layout changing, then you'll know why, because, this company bought it. So look for changes in the near future about, how they're going to update that. Another article here is came out February 27th and says Israeli Supreme Court prohibits banks from restricting crypto activity in landmark decision. So basically what happened was a bank was restricting its customers from what they could, purchase, and because they saw cryptocurrencies as gambling, so they kind of put it under that law and said, hey, you can't gamble, and we're not going to let you make this purchase. And basically this company called Bits of Gold fought them, and they said, hey, you should be able to choose what customers can and can't buy, especially if it's not regulated in the rules yet. So they brought that up to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of bits of gold. And basically they said, customers should be able to buy cryptocurrencies if they want to, as long as they're transparent with their activities. But they said, you shouldn't be able to restrict, what cryptocurrency people should buy, or restrict Bitcoin because you see it as gambling. So again, this was a huge, huge step forward. Israel is definitely, on the pro side for cryptocurrencies. They mentioned that they're going to, look at regulating cryptocurrency soon. And they announced they would potentially begin regulating initial coin offerings. So again, they believe strongly in cryptocurrencies, and there's a lot of good stuff going on in Israel right now. So I thought this was just great news, and one that, hey, the banks can't control everything because they see cryptocurrencies as a threat. So that's why they're trying to stop them. So I thought this was a great article. And then speaking of banks, last but not least, in the UK, the bank HSBC, which is one of the largest banks in there, it said they might soon pilot live blockchain payments. So if you remember from a couple of videos ago, I mentioned Bank of America saying, they see cryptocurrency as a threat because they don't have any systems that support those transactions. And they'll probably soon have to start implementing those. Well, this bank, HSBC, is already, on the run with that idea and is going to start that very soon. So it says, they said the bank could launch several pilot programs based on existing proof of concept projects in an effort to begin transitioning to live blockchain transactions. So this is huge. They see that cryptocurrencies are growing, and they know that customers, want these transactions and want banks to implement cryptocurrencies and be able to facilitate those transactions. So one, it's cheaper, faster, and all the benefits that cryptocurrencies have. They're more secure, etc. So I thought this was great news. Again, eventually, banks see that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. So now it's kind of, adopting them or being left behind. So you see these huge banks leading the way, and I think it'll be, just a matter of time before other banks start doing that and jumping on the bandwagon. So again, a lot of good news coming out, and, I think definitely we'll see Bitcoin start rising in the near future. But, for now, it's just a waiting game. I know it's not fun. Everything's not really moving that much, but again, patience is the biggest thing for cryptocurrencies right now. For those who haven't been in them too long, I know, it's, if you got in like November, December, when everything was rising and stuff, this can be a little depressing, but I'm telling you, just hold what you have right now and just wait it out, because we will see Bitcoin higher in the future. So, this is not financial advice, just my opinion, but, I found out that holding, if you don't know what to do, the best thing to do is to do nothing at all. So I want to put some people at ease there. And yeah, if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below, and like my video if you haven't. It really helps it out. And please subscribe if you haven't. So trying to grow this channel as much as I can, grow the crypto family here so we can all grow together. So again, thanks for watching, and until next time, see you later.